In the remote town of Veridian, cradled between towering shadowy mountains and dense whispering forests, people spoke in hushed voices of an ancient curse. It was said that long ago, a mighty and malevolent demon known as Asmodeus had been sealed deep within the earth by powerful sorcerers who feared the destruction he could bring. Yet even in his chains, the demon's name carried weight, a warning, a shadow lingering in every tale told by firelight. According to the legend, Asmodeus had once wielded a relic of immense and terrifying power, an artifact known as the Heart of Fire. This blood-red crystal was said to burn with a living flame, its light promising ultimate strength and forbidden knowledge to any who dared claim it. But the gift came with a terrible cost, corruption of the soul, and a bond with the demon himself. Eric, a young historian with a sharp mind and an even sharper disbelief in the supernatural, stumbled upon the tale while searching through archives for his thesis on local folklore. To him, it was a perfect story to study, a legend that revealed the fears, imaginations, and superstitions of Veridian's past. He never believed for a moment that it might be real. Driven by curiosity and secretly hoping to make a discovery that would set his work apart, Eric set out to trace the origins of the legend. His research pointed him toward the crumbling ruins of an ancient temple high in the mountains, the place where the Heart of Fire was rumored to lie hidden. Equipped with old maps, excavation tools, and his academic resolve, he began a journey that would test him in ways he could never have imagined. The temple was a labyrinth of shadows, its walls etched with carvings that seemed to whisper when the wind passed through. Days slipped by in frustration as Eric searched chamber after chamber, his determination slowly fading. But then, in a forgotten passage buried beneath rubble, he uncovered a hidden doorway. Inside, a chamber waited, untouched by time. At its center stood a stone pedestal, and upon it, glowing like a living ember, was the Heart of Fire. The moment Eric's hands touched the artifact, a searing energy coursed through his veins. Power unlike anything he had ever felt filled him, but along with it came a suffocating darkness. A voice rose in his mind, deep, commanding, and filled with malice. It was Asmodeus, reaching out from his prison. Though bound beneath the earth, the demon's essence flowed freely through the Heart of Fire, and now Eric had become his conduit. The demon whispered promises, knowledge that could rewrite history, strength that could command nations, the fulfillment of desires Eric had never dared speak out loud. All he had to do was set Asmodeus free. For the first time, Eric's skepticism faltered. He realized that the legend was no mere story. It was truth, alive and dangerous. Fear warred with temptation, and Eric knew he could not walk away. Among the ruins, he discovered an ancient spell book left behind by the sorcerers who had first sealed Asmodeus. Within its pages lay a ritual powerful enough to imprison the demon once more, and, if done correctly, destroy the Heart of Fire itself. What followed was not a battle of steel, but of spirit. The air thickened with shadows that took monstrous forms, claws and faces that clawed at Eric's sanity. He fought not only the manifestations of Asmodeus, but the whispers of his own desires, his hunger for recognition, his longing for greatness. The temple became a battleground of will and fear, where every step forward felt like walking through fire. At the height of the struggle, Eric performed the ritual, his voice shaking yet defiant. The chamber shook, flames roared, and the screams of the demon thundered through the earth as Asmodeus was pulled back into his prison. With one final surge of strength, Eric shattered the heart of fire, scattering its blazing fragments into ash and ending its curse forever. When the silence returned, Eric collapsed, utterly drained. Yet he had won, not only against Asmodeus, but against the shadows within himself. He returned to Veridian a changed man. His thesis became more than an academic study. It was a warning, written with the weight of lived truth. He told the tale not as a scholar dissecting folklore, but as a witness who had stared into darkness and chosen the harder path of resistance. The people of Veridian embraced the story, passing it down through generations as both legend and lesson. The tale of Asmodeus and the Heart of Fire became more than folklore. It became a living reminder. Some secrets are meant to remain buried. Some powers are too dangerous to grasp. And true strength lies not in seizing what tempts us, but in finding the courage to resist it. Eric never again doubted the power of legends, for he had learned the most important truth, that the greatest battles are not fought with weapons, but within the human soul. And so, in Veridian, as fires burned against the dark mountain nights, the story lived on, a warning, a memory, and a promise that even in the face of shadows, light could prevail.